Hey everybody, it's the Honey Badger, and today we're going to take a new look at another champion build video. And today we're going to take a look at Nasus. Probably one of my favorite champions. I don't actually play that often. He is a very strong pusher, and he's a very, very good late game. He's one of my favorites because he can turn around just about any game as long as you can make it past 30 minutes, as long as you farm his Q. And we'll talk about all that later, but for now, we're just going to talk about his abilities, and we'll go over all that stuff, and then we'll head to the video itself. So, taking a look at his abilities, first we're going to talk about his passive, which is called Soul Eater. Nasus drains his foes, and basically it gives him bonus lifesteal. I believe it changes up as the game goes on, but basically you just have a lifesteal at level 1, which is nice. I think it's maybe 12 or 15%. So you just have lifesteal all the time, which is a great way to start the game, making it easier to stay in the lane and farm a lot better. So the next item, or the next thing we're going to take a look at is his Q ability, which is his Siphoning Strike. Nasus strikes his foes, dealing damage and increasing the power of his Fortune Siphoning Strike if he slays an enemy. Basically, every time you activate Siphoning Strike and you kill anything with it, minions or champions, you get an additional amount of damage added to that attack. So as the game progresses, every time you go to kill a minion, you should have Siphoning Strike activated so you get that additional attack added to that ability. That is what makes Nasus really good late game. You'll be able to farm up your Q so much that you'll be able to like one-shot opponents late game. So that's the one thing you really need to work on with Nasus. It's kind of his main thing that makes him a really, really good champion. He has other things that are nice, but that is by far the greatest thing just to have for him as a champion. That's kind of his one thing that everybody knows about. So next we're going to take a look at his W, which is his Wither. Basically it just slows target movement for a certain duration of time. Basically as you level up, it'll increase the slow on them, and you'll just, it's just good for slowing enemies to catch up to them, and then you can hit them with your Siphoning Strike. So it's just a slow targetable on one enemy champion. So it's fun to take, obviously, to slow people and kill them. Next, we're going to take a look at his E ability, which is his Spirit Fire. He unleashes a Spirit Flame at a location, dealing damage and reducing the armor of enemies who stand in it. Basically, you see a big circle of death, and it drains health over time, magic damage-wise. It also does, like it says, reduces the armor of enemies who stand in it. So if you are stuck back at your tower, it's really a good way to get rid of minions pushing hard because it deals damage to anything that stands in it. And then if you have enemy champions standing in it because they're acting all tough, it's a good way to then go up to them and start hitting them because they're going to have the reduced armor. So it's good to put on people, especially when you're standing still in a team fight. Just drop it down underneath everybody so you're just getting that reduced armor on your enemies. Finally, we're going to take a look at his ultimate, which is his Fury of the Sands. This one is similar to a few other champions, such as Renekton, where basically you gain health and attack speed. You also get Sandstorm flying around you, which does damage per second. So you'll see it activated. It's a good way of actually saving yourself if you're about to die when you're getting ganked. Or it's obviously great if you're stuck in the middle of a team fight and you activate it. You'll get your extra health, which will help you live. And then the sands around you will also be doing damage. I believe I kill one champion in this video just because I get close enough to him when he's running away that my sands kill him. So just kind of a buffed ultimate for the most part. And it's nice. It's really good for avoiding certain things. I've used it before to avoid Karthus ults that could probably kill me, or just other certain things. It's just good to activate when people don't think you might not have it. I think I also get Tower Dove at one point and actually turn around and get the kill for it because I activate it and they didn't think I had it or something. So it's just a good ability to use, and it's just great for how Nasus' playstyle is. Alright, we're going to take a quick look at the Masteries page that I use for Nasus. I like to go with 25-5. It's pretty basic. I just trying to get all this attack damage, trying to get the crit chance, trying to get the lifesteal, which is going to be even more ridiculous with my passive. I'll just have even more at the beginning of the game. And just, all that stuff, a little bit of defense as well. Other pages that people might want to use would be a 723 page like this if you just want a little bit of that attack damage and attack speed and you wanted to go more tanks. That's definitely another opportunity or possibility for people to do. It really comes down to what playstyle you want to do. I don't tank out Nasus as much as some people do. You can tank him really hard, and he's still a very, very good champion because it all comes down to his Siphoning Strike. But I like to build him a little bit more attack damage, a little bit more attack speed, so I can help kill a little bit faster in some cases. So it just really depends if you're going to tank him out a little bit more, if you want to fight with him a little more. So either of these two pages, I would say, are going to be good pages for you to build with. So that's just my take on the masteries for him. Alright, we're going to take a quick look at my rune page setup that I like to use for Nasus. It's the same I use for most of my AD carries for Graves and Caitlyn. It's pretty standard. It's got the armor penetration marks. It's got the flat armor seals. I got some cooldown glyphs and some attack damage quintessences. I like these out of all of the runes for the most part a little bit more. Coming up, as we know, they're going to be removing dodge from the game, if that hasn't already happened by the time you see this video. So I know some people are doing some dodge stuff with him. Obviously, that's not going to be worth it anymore because of the removal of dodge from the game. But I wouldn't have bought those anyways. But they're going to introduce some new runes too, so we'll have to see what those will be as well. Obviously, you can build a rune page whatever you want more. If you want some mana regen for your seals or something, that's a possibility as well. But this is what I like to go with. It seems to work really well for me. So that's kind of my rune page setup. And now let's go take a look at the first part of the game. Now that we're actually into the game, first thing I'm going to say is there's actually two games. I'm going to start out with the first half of one game and then move into another game. I decided to do it this way because the second game is the one I'm actually going to focus on a little bit more. The builds where I pick up are actually at the exact same points, so nothing's really different. I was just going to show some things that went well in the beginning of this video, and this game actually ended quick because they surrendered, because I wasn't dying at all and I was getting farmed. But the other video, I actually start out pretty slow, but then it actually works out in my favor. So at the beginning of this one, as you can see, at level 1 I like to take my Q, which is my Siphoning Strike, so I can start to last hit minions, so I can start to feed that ability, so I can start doing that amazing damage that you get late game with it. Also, to help me farm that ability, I like to take a Mackie Pendant at the beginning of the game, so I can just have all the mana I need so I can constantly farm it. If you have a Mackie Pendant, then, you almost never run out of mana with Nasus. It also allows you to use your Spirit Fire a lot more often if you need it, like when minions are pushing. So, and that does take a little bit of mana, but for the most part, Nasus is a very mana-friendly champion. He doesn't really go through it too badly, but just at the beginning of the game, I like to take a Mackie Pendant, and then I take I believe it's 3 health pots, so I can stay in lane. Now, granted, I do have my lifesteal from my passive, which is nice, but occasionally if you take too much damage or if you just barely got out of the gank, you'll have your health pots just to, kind of be buffed up to help you stay in lane longer so you can level up and keep focusing on that Q. I know that health pots are going to be nerfed soon as well. I don't know how bad they'll get nerfed. I'm guessing they'll probably only be half as effective if I had to guess, so only 100 health from them. I think they'll still be decent to take, obviously, but I don't know. We'll have to see what that's all like when it actually happens. So after I take my Q ability at level 1, I do like to take my Spirit Fire at level 2 in case I am getting pushed really hard. In the case of the enemy team not having a jungler and you are soloing top, which is where you should be with Nasus, you can also jungle him too. It is possible. You can also go mid with him if you really wanted to, just because his Spirit Fire is really good for helping keep minions off of towers. But just take your Spirit Fire at level 2 so you can, in case you're getting pushed, you can throw it down or all that fun stuff. And then level 3, I like to take the slow just in case I need it right away if somebody's overextending and you can kill them. As you can see, I just went back because I've been farming up fairly well. I'm at level 7 now. I did take my ultimate at level 6, obviously, and I took my Mackie Pendant and I built it towards what the game actually recommends, which is a Chalice of Harmony. I'll get a 30 magic resist and 7.5 mana regen per second. It's just going to help me keep my mana up so I can keep farming my Q. I'm going to emphasize that a million times in this build video, but that's really what you need to do is just keep farming your Q, because it's just disgusting how much damage you can do with it late game. But like I said, I keep doing that, and also I was back, I did take the armor and dodge boots. I know in the future those won't be available or they'll change them for something else. For now, that's what I took. Nasus is pretty quick with the build that I make him, so you don't really need boots of swiftness. So I think in the future armor, or not armor, sorry, attack speed boots are probably going to be a good bet. Or if you need some more magic resist, obviously Merc treads are going to be good too. Now here I'm going to get taunted. He's taking some minion damage. I'm going to keep activating my Q on him, and he's going to chase me down here. Now here I'm going to just bait him around the tower, because I have my ult, and so he's just taking turret. Now I'm going to act my ult and chase him, because he's going to be lower than me, even though he did just use heal. And I'm going to chase him now, and I'm just going to barely kill him with my sands. One thing I want to say about that fight is I've seen way too many people recently, just random kids I've played with, they'll start getting chased back towards their tower, and then they will keep running past their tower, and they'll keep getting dove. You run too far back from your tower, then they're out of turret range and they're not taking any damage. Keep running in circles around your tower. Don't keep running away. If you bait them around the tower, they're going to keep taking damage, and you'll have opportunities to kill them like that. And as you could see after that kill, I got a good minion wave push, and with my passive lifesteal, I have almost all my health back. So play a little bit smarter for some people, and just bait people around your tower. It's super easy ways to pick up kills, especially in mid game to early game. So I went back, and the very first main item you're going to want to get, if you aren't having any problems with your mana and you don't want a chalice, or if you want to rush it a little bit faster than your boots, the next item you want is a Sheen. It stacks with your Q, and you're just going to be putting out even more damage. So Q is really the first item you want. Here, Rams is taking the tower again because he has his ultimate going and it's hitting me. So I'm going to chase him, and I'm going to slow him there. And yeah, he's just going to die again. So I think he got a little upset about that one, but you know, it's going to happen. So I'm actually going to fade out from here, and we're going to go into the second game. I just wanted to show the Siphoning Strike and just kind of how to bait people around your tower. So in this game, I have started out quite poorly, I will admit. I did not do good, and they are pretty good at ganking top. I'm 0-4-0, so, but this game will turn around for me. Luckily, I have been able to farm my Q fairly well, so I am doing alright that way. I am going to pick up an assist here, which is going to be nice, and we're going to chase down Malzahar here, and I think I'm going to get another assist on this one as well. Fizz is going to pick up the kill, because as we all currently know, Fizz is overpowered. But, you know, it's whatever. So I actually finally got a couple assists, and I am still farming my Q up very nicely in this game. I had to go against Garen top. He hasn't been too much of a problem for the most part. I've just been getting ganked. So here we're going to take out this tower, and the only difference in items I have from this game from the last game is I just happen to have a little bit more health from that ruby crystal, which will actually be going towards my next main item, which is a phage. If you can't tell already, with a Sheen and a phage, and then I'll be getting a zeal. I'll be building towards a Trinity Force. And to be completely honest, kind of like how it is with Singed, if you get a Rod of Ages, you're just going to win after that point. I mean, that's like the main item you need. It's kind of the same way with Nasus. The main item you need with him is just a Trinity Force. Get a Trinity Force, and then you're going to be off to a good start. There I just kind of flashed up how many minion kills I had and what everybody been doing. You can pause it back on that if you want. I didn't get to see it in time. But, you know, here we're going to have Hoyt as Evelyn, and we're going to have Maokai come up and get in here behind him. We're going to try to get in here. I'm going to pick up a kill. My Siphoning Strike doing good damage. I'm also critting a little bit, which is nice. We're going to try to run down Garen as well. I'm going to get him, too, with my Siphoning Strike. It's doing good damage because I've been feeding it really, really well. Like I've said 1,000 times already, and more to come, feed up your Q. It's stupid funny late game to one-hit champions. So that's one reason. Here, Shaco shows up, and he's going to die really fast. Which is surprising, because he's actually really, really fed. He did really good job bottom lane, getting fed up. So he's actually going to become a problem later for us. But he actually has a bunch of kills. But, you know. So I'm back. Finished off my phage. Almost had enough for my zeal, but not quite. So I'm going to start trying to help the team out. I'm going to keep farming up where I can. See if I can find minions. See if I can take dragon. You almost have no problems ever killing anything in the jungle because of your lifesteal. You're really robust for the most part. You're a really good off tank all the time, even if you don't build tanky at all. So another really fun thing about Nasus. So I don't see him played as often as I think people should. Here actually is not going to happen to go well for us. Hoyt gets in here. I'm going to start running in here. I saw Garen, so I backed off. He's going to get destroyed, and then I start fighting what I thought was the right one, and it wasn't. And I'm going to get Demacia. So yeah, major death. It's going to happen. But as we can see, I'm going to take a look at it, I think, real quick. Maybe I'll take a look at it. Take a look at it. There it is. Currently have 106 minion kills. Garen's got a couple more than me, but that's pretty good farm so far at this point in the game. And you can see where everybody else at was kill-wise. Their Fizz actually just picked up that kill on Shaco, so that's going to happen. I did finish off my Zeal there, so I'm really close to my Trinity. But, you know, for the most part, you just need to keep feeding and feeding and feeding as the game goes on. Yeah, that's really that for the most part. A few things that I will say about trying to play defense against Nasus, if you have to fight against him. If for some reason if you have a jungler, they have a jungler, and their solo lane top is Nasus, and you're solo laning top with somebody else like Vladimir or Morgana, I honestly would say if you have an AD carry on your team, send them top and just keep them up there. They can keep poking at him and keeping him off of the minion kills so he can't beat up his Q. So you kind of have to strategize a little bit to see what you can do. Here we've kind of started to fight. I don't really know why we're focusing Garen, but whatever, he's out of the picture now, so everybody else is going to be easier to kill. I just got rid of Olaf. Wow, not Olaf. Good lord, Udyr. And Hoyt's going to go chase down the man, which is unstoppable, Yi. And I'm going to run back mid because I can see that Maokai's having a hard time catching back up to Malzahar, so I'm going to slow him. And I'm going to run in here to try to get this kill. Bohoy's going to say no dice and take it. So, whatever. I get super fed late game. I'm not worried about it. And like I said, I am getting fed off of minions because I'm trying to push them. Also, another thing to keep in mind, while fighting turrets, you can activate your Q and use it on turrets. And I think most of those hits I was probably doing, I don't know, 70 to 80 damage to the tower. But every time I activated my Q, I did about 270. So it's a really good way to take turrets out. I know a couple games with Nasus, I've been top lane and they've killed my minions off pretty quick, but if I can get in and do one hit to the turret with Siphoning Strike, you can actually take a turret out fairly quick without really having to sit on it and deal lots of damage to it. So just don't forget that you can keep activating your Q ability on towers to take them out faster. So it comes in handy very, very late game. Here we're just having a quick little fight. I took out Malzahar. Garen's going to get away. I think we killed Shaco as well. Yi gets a kill on Hoyt, but then he also dies again. So just some of that stuff happening. I'm going to go down here and help take out Dragon. Once again, always take Dragon when you can. He's on a 6-minute cooldown timer, if anybody doesn't know that. So it's always good to take note of when he's going to be up again, so you can go take it right away so the other team can't get to him, because 190 gold is nice. The last time I went back, I kind of glossed over it a little bit, but I did finish off my Trinity Force. Also, from some of those fights, I had a little bit more gold, so I actually bought a BF sword. This next item I'm going to be building towards a Bloodthirster, and there I got it. Bloodthirster is a good item for him. Right now, I think with my passive and with a Bloodthirster and with my Masteries page, I have, I think, like 48% lifesteal, which is nice, especially since it worked with your Siphoning Strike. I lifesteal for like 200 on one of those hits. So there I pretty much one-hit Malzahar because my Q is getting really fed. And here I'm to the point where I don't need to run away because I have so much lifesteal. So here I'm going to try to chase Shaco. He's going to go invisible. I can see Maokai's now having a little bit of a problem behind me. I'm going to start head back that direction, see if I can't help him out. And I'm going to try to slow these guys down. So I'm going to take some pretty good damage here. Shaco, as you can see, actually just came back and got the kill. But he's going to get dumb, try to see if he can do anything to me, and I'm basically going to almost one-hit him there. So I will definitely take an easy kill for that. Garen also was taking that turret a little bit, but I'm just going to play safe. And as you can see, really fast, I'm going to get all my life back from my lifesteal. So really easy to get all your life back as long as you can find a couple things to hit. Here I'm going to head top. Me and Ezreal are going to try to take care of this Yi since he's annoying. I'm going to get my Siphoning Strike on him in a second, and that's going to end him. I'll get another kill here. So now I'm dominating. I did start the game fairly slow. I think what I said I was 0-4-0 at the beginning. Now I'm 8-5-7. So I'm turning things around. I got a crazy amount of gold again. So the next item I'm actually going to be building towards. They're doing some good physical damage to us. So I'm going to actually build an Atmas Impailar. I would always recommend this item for him. You're going to obviously get more life as this game goes on. And so the stacked attack damage you're going to get with Atmas is going to be good. And the crit chance is also going to be very nice. Here we go in. We kind of all go in one at a time, and that kind of does get us killed. Luckily, we did actually steal Baron there. Ezreal did do his ult at a perfect time. Well, we thought Maokai was more behind us for that fight, but I think it was 4 for 2 there, but we did steal Baron, so at least they don't have that to push. As you can see, their team is pushing a bit harder. They kind of got off to a better start than us in this game for the most part, but that is going to happen occasionally. But like I said, if you can get to late game with Nasus, you can pretty much win any game. And I don't want to say at any means that I carried us in this game, because it was a lot of teamwork, and Hoyt was doing really good work mid-game, getting tons of kills. He's going to have like 20 kills. But late game, I do push quite hard to get us to where we need to be. And I'm not sure, but I might get 2 quadra kills in this game later. I don't remember, but I know I get 1. But late game Nasus is where it's at. So I did finish off my Atmas after I died at that Baron fight. I keep finding any minions and anything in the jungle I can to kill, so I can keep feeding up my Q. Constantly feed it. There's no cap on it. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they did eventually cap it off, because it kind of does get out of hand in some cases as long as you can hit somebody once. But, you know, you got to get into extreme late game, which this does. So last time I was back, I am starting to take a little bit more magic damage that I don't want to take. So I'm going to start building towards the Wits End so I can get a little bit more attack speed, so I have more lifesteal. And so I can obviously have that magic resist as well. Here, I'm going to get rid of one of them, and then I'm looking for Shaco, but he's already dead because I killed him as well. And now I'm going to chase after Malzahar. I'm going to get my slow on him because I ghosted to him. And now I'm going to exhaust him, and I'm going to one-hit him, because one-hitting people is fun when your Q is super fed. So, killed 3 of them there, which was nice. I'm 11 kills now, I think. Yi just took off from top. Hoyt's going to run after him and find him and kill him. Very good job, Hoyt. I'm so proud of you. And yeah, I'm going to go back and buy more stuff because I have lots of gold again. So I did finish off my Wits End, and at this point I have a full build for the most part. But this game's going to continue. That's a good sentence. And I'm going to start to trade off some items. I'm at this point where obviously I can take blue buff in our jungle whenever I want, and I'm also stealing it from them quite often when I kill them. So I'm going to actually be selling my Chalice of Harmony because I'm not going to need it. I'm going to get something a bit better to help me with more attack damage. But for now, we find their team. They're kind of getting a little bit split up. I'm just trying to poke my head out to kind of scare them. We find one of them's going up around top, so we're going to get them. I'm going to slow down Garen here just so he can't get up there to help him out so we can get that kill on him. And we're going to kind of keep chasing a little bit. They're going to jump through that wall to see if they can get to him. As you can see, though, our 2 more squishy characters are actually kind of getting separated now, so they're going to start to turn the fight back onto them. I'm going to run in here and activate my ult and start to fight as well. I'm focusing on Garen because he's just right in front of me while they take out Shaco. Doing good damage to Garen. He's got a lot of armor, but going to get rid of him fairly quick with some help. Malzahar is out here now, and so is our original foe we were chasing. But we're going to catch up to him. I got my slow on him, so Fizz is going to end him real quick. I'm going to run in here, but Udir's going to take off, but he's going to get killed because Fizz is overpowered. And our Fizz player was good too as well. I know him. Take out that turret pretty quick because I kept activating my Siphoning Strike on it. And now we're going to run over to Baron. And I don't know if at this point I could solo Baron, but I'm not probably too far off from being able to solo him. At this point I have 231 minion kills, which is very, very nice for my Q, since I'm pretty much trying to last hit all of them with it. And then I also have a handful of gold right now as well. And on this trip back I was going to buy my next item and sell my Chalice, but I wasn't quite there, so I'm going to head back out and farm up a little bit more as stated. We're going to kind of group back up. I'm going to, get some minion kills. I'm going to head down to Dragon. It's not there. Makes me sad. All that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm going to keep farming up, because keep farming up. It's going to help, because as you can see, they're pretty much in our base right now. We're almost to their base, but not quite. We're going to actually retreat here a little bit and chase around, see if we can do anything. I'm going to steal their ghosts or wraiths. And now I'm thinking, you know what? I got enough. I think it's time for me to head back and probably buy my next item. Alright, so I just bought my next item, which, like I said, I was going to sell my Chalice, and I ended up buying a Warmogs. I wanted a little bit more survivability in a fight, but I didn't want to specifically focus on magic resist or armor, because they kind of have a handful of both. So I thought I'd just get more life and tank up. Here I kind of get stranded out in a fight, I'm going to get killed. That's going to happen. But like I was saying with my Warmogs, I'm just going to tank up a little more that way, and that's also going to help feed my Atmas Impailar so I have even more attack damage. So that's all going to really help me a little bit more. From here, actually, I don't think I do it. I don't remember. But at this point, you probably could sell your boots and just buy a Phantom Dancer. It's going to give you enough move speed that it's going to be just like having boots, but you're going to have all that additional crit and attack speed, which is going to be helpful in some fights. At this point, you can see I have 267 minion kills now. I got the most. A handful of them on their team have a bunch too. They just got rid of our inhibitor. Here they're chasing, but I'm going to show up. I'm going to slow down Udyr, get him killed really quick, and now here is Shaco, and I think just a couple hits on him is going to take care of him. Siphoning Strike just taking absurd amounts of damage right now. Just ignore that weird glitch in the game. That was interesting to say the least. I'm going to keep farming, and I'm going to try to push here. I'm not going to really have any luck because I think somebody's going to show up. Yeah, Malzahar, I don't really want to get ulted by him. He is luckily having a mildly slow game. He's having a bunch of assists, but he keeps getting KS'd by his team, so he's not getting as farmed up quite as fast. I'm going to keep going around taking buffs and farming up my Q because it's the thing to do. Making rhymes as well, by accident. And we're going to keep, all the fun fighting stuff. For now, I'm going to start buying all my glowy stuff because I just got tons of gold to burn since I'm getting farmed up really, really well. And we just kind of need to hold out in our base so we can't allow them to get this final push on us. Because if they get this final push on us, it's going to be game for the most part. We're not going to have any chance really of getting to that Baron. We just saw him take it. We have one ward in our jungle there so we can see them if they're moving through it, which is nice. They're moving into the front of our base now. We got to really make sure we hold well at this fight. I got almost 300 minion kills now. But it looks like we're going to initiate a fight here, and I'm going to move up into it now. And we're going to run in here and just start doing work. I'm going to get rid of a few people and just keep Siphoning Strike as much as I can. Get rid of Shaco. Boy gets rid of Udyr. I get rid of Yi. Now I'm going to take care of Malzahar, and when Garen gets back up, I'm going to one-hit him for the most part and get rid of him. So a little quadra kill there. Probably would have got a penta if White didn't get that other kill, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it. So now I'm actually just going to run straight to their base. I think I'm tanky enough to be able to take out a turret by myself. I wanted the tree to come with me, but he didn't. So here I start taking it, and I'm hitting it with my Q ability, but the minions are taking too much damage. So I'm just going to kill them real quick and get all my health back from them. And now I'm going to start going for the turret again, which I do get. And I'm going to feed off of them a little bit, and I'm going to go back and take that inhibitor as well. And now I need to run because Udyr is actually running after me. And I'm going to ult here, just, have that extra health in case he catches me. He's not going to quite get to me. So for the most part, I'd say it's a pretty good solo push. We only have one turret left in our base. But all we need to really do is win another team fight. I keep buying more elixirs, so does most of our team, because it's really late game now. We're going to run here, and I'm pretty confident on just about initiating any fight because I'm doing good damage. Going to run up here, hit him a couple times, let them take care of that. Except for I actually get that kill. Oh, he's standing, I think. I'm going to get another kill there. I'm going to start working on Garen. Going to get rid of him. Get another triple kill. Here, I probably could have got a penta, but I'm going to let them take care of that kill while I start to run after Malzahar because I'm not going to let him escape. Once I get close enough to him to slow him down with my Wither, he's going to die quick, to say the least. Not a lot he's going to be able to do. But he's going to go in this bush here, and he tries to juke me, but I'm not dumb. And he gets closer to me. And now just a couple hits is going to end him. So now it's time to push again, because that is an ace. And their Udyr is actually saying GG. For the most part, I would have thought their team would have had this game in the bag, but it would appear not. So now I'm going to keep pushing. Maokai's going to finally catch up to me so we can tank this a little bit better and do some faster damage to it. He's been having pretty good damage output. But just taking care of that for the most part. Get rid of some of these minions. Just get some of my health back. Start working on this inhibitor if I can, which is going to be the next thing, obviously, to do. Shaco shows up, but I have an Oracle, so I saw him coming. And I'm going to get rid of him pretty quick. Udyr's here. I'm going to exhaust him and run up to him and finish him off. Yi shows up, and I am just going to jump on his face. I got enough life steal right now that I'm not having any problems. You can see all those numbers popping up. I'm going to kill him. Now we're going to find Garen. He's kind of overextended and going to kill him. So everybody's dying. To me, it's nice. I like it. So as you can see, early game 0-4-0 wasn't a good start. Late game 25-7-12. I'm just gonna keep tanking this tower just to get rid of it. I'm gonna end this game now because who knows if they would come back at any point. But that's gonna be game. And definitely a solid build. There's a few other items I'll recommend in the description. But thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe.
Victory!
If you guys want to take a look at any other build videos, I have a Caitlyn build up on the top, and we have a Dominion build featuring Hoyt doing a guest commentary playing Aurelia. So take a look at those if you guys want. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you all in the next build video.